He'll bring it out. It's Pierre. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Hawaii's offense will have the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing in this game for either team,
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Gonna run it. It's awesome. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see their general...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the Oregon Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority. in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is.
And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a... understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this. Looking for more room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. He lets one fly deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He's run out of bounds after the pick. Clock shows 0, and that's how we'll end the first half. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. At the 35, he's open. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he'll just... And this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up, because right now he's not playing well, and at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Turning it on! Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's awesome.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
It's a draw. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
Down to 2 minutes before the half. They'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming. Getting after the passer. Wants to fire on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kick is in the air. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds his tight end. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Hurtado. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Pryor. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Touchdown, Oregon.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Hawaii, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll leave it with him.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Runs the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Hunt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu.
And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Browning. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. They're going to ride this running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Caught close to the marker. It's Averill. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Browning. Got enough for the 1st. There he goes. Inside the touchdown, Oregon. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Gray. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. And the return man is stopped, and that'll... to the offense on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Give to the back. Got room to work. There he goes. Pass the tech, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like,
intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He'll pull it on the read. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You've got to be patient. You've got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Back to pass, it's Gray. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Rides to back on the option to give. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Firing to the right, complete. Slips one guy, now he's loose. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Hawaii. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to...
It's a seam wide open at the 30. He's at the... And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Gray. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has... non-issue.
The Rainbow Warriors will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just... they need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Irwin. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but, like, let's live in this.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. The start you could have, Paul.
So much talent, loss column all season long. If they